Veronica, I want to now I want to know a little more about your college experience. You always look very happy and confident. It feels like you have always been here and transferred to the Springfield College, and even though you have also changed your major. So I want to know, can you reflect a little more about that journey?
Yeah, of course. I'd love to. So, I actually spent my freshman year at Emerson College in Boston, and I was studying sports broadcast journalism, which is completely different than what I'm doing now. And I mean, I made a lot of really good friends, and I think Boston is a really great area, and it's fun to visit and, see friends and things like that. But it just didn't feel like the right fit for me. The school was very much in the city, and you don't really have a campus. Your campus is the Boston Commons, which at times can be nice, but other times it can just get to be a lot. So there was that, and then I was also looking into changing my major, so I just felt like I wasn't getting enough from there. So we said, all right, let's try something new. And so I'm actually from West Springfield, so like my home base is like 25 minutes from here. My mom graduated from Springfield, so when I was looking at schools to transfer to, she's like, check out Springfield, like check them out. They have a sport management program. I'm like, okay, maybe that's better, I guess. So then I came into the sport management program here, and I was like, oh, I love like the campus here, like the community seems well, but then the sport management track, I felt like I again wasn't. I felt like I was yearning or longing for something more, and a few of my friends happened to be in the health sciences, exercise sciences, and I saw them doing like the different homework they were doing and activities, and I was like, wait, like I really like this. And so, like for example, I've had to do physical therapy and occupational therapy before for like injuries I've had. So it just kind of all worked out, and now I'm in that track now, and I really enjoy it. So
Wow, that's great. You mentioned about the Boston. Actually, last 2 day, Friday and Saturday, I was also in Boston,
oh my gosh.
Boston University for the hackathon. It was very good experience, and I think most of the time we go to the Boston for the hackathon and other fintech events because Boston is the city which is close to us, and a lot of event happens. And there is one interesting thing that I just found because I have a friend, his name is Michael, and his parents were also the Springfield College alumni. So people are very passionate about the college. Like in my country, it is very rare that the son goes to same school where the parents go. It's very, very, very rare. But here, like, they are so proud about, like, this is Springfield College alumni, and they saying, like, his father came to the Springfield College, his mother came to the Springfield College, he is in
Gosh.
Springfield College, his sister came to the Springfield College. So I see the very strong alumni networking. And as you also said, your mom came here and she recommended. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And we are talking about the major changing. I was before this. I was doing a reading a research paper. Like in United States, almost 80% students change their major. And do you know why I'm saying this? Because in my country, the place where I come from, and is mostly in the Asia, like India, even in Nepal and Bangladesh. Like if you go to the high school, like if you go to the college and you choose, even in the high school, if you choose the science stream and there is commerce stream, if you choose the commerce stream, you will never can study the science things.
What?
But here you can change your major anytime. This is so crazy. So this is one of the great things about the US education. Like you can, because we don't know, and you can change, you can take your classes as per your interest whenever you want. But
Yes.
back to the country, you cannot. If you decide once you are commerce, you cannot get any classes of the science.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. So I'm so lucky that I'm here and I'm taking a lot of the other classes. And also in the research I found that on average out of 10 student, one student changed their major more than once. This is so interesting. I have also changed my major thrice. So I want to ask, how is your experience being in Springfield College so far?
Overall, it's been great. I think it was really interesting for me to come from. I mean, Emerson, the school I went to before, is a very small school. Springfield's even smaller. So it's funny because I tend to be a very outgoing personality that I did see myself being at like a big university, especially when I was transferring. I was looking at schools that had larger campus size, like more students. And so coming here, I was a little bit nervous that I was going to be almost like too much for the school. And not the case at all. I mean, the people here are amazing and I absolutely love it. I think everyone is really welcoming, which helps. And even like they talk about during NSO and throughout the year about like, oh, you see someone on campus, like say hi or hold the door. And I feel like we like still uphold those values and like that just makes me feel really comfortable being here. So I really like it. I also love our campus. Like, although sometimes the weather can be kind of sucky because it's New England, I think it's nice how much greenery we have and like how spaced out the campus is, but it's also not so big that you're not meeting half the student body. So.
Yeah, I like the way you talk about our value at Springfield College. Yeah, holding the door, saying hi to the people. I think this is one of the things that make Springfield College one of the best college, one of the most welcoming. Because even though I'm here since from last 3 year, and I never feel homesick because I feel like everyone is like. Even though if I'm going from here to the Cheney, there will be 3, 4, 5, 7 people who will say hi. So you will never feel like you are alone. So this is one of the best part about the Springfield College. And if you are looking for that environment, come to the Springfield College.
Yes.
Second thing, Veronica, talk about like our greenery, our environment. I think I will not miss. Also, we have a lake, and in Union, it has a one of the great view.
Right.
And even though in our Springfield College library, if you go on the second, third, fourth floor, we have the view of playground and everything. That is, I think, one of the best that I have ever seen in any other colleges.
Yeah, I agree.
So we really have one of the great scene, great views, great scenario, great greenery, everything great. This is so interesting. And I was talking about a little about my high school. How is the high school in my country? You have been to high school in United States. What is the difference in college and high school?
Well, I think it's really interesting. So my freshman year, I actually went to like my local city's high school, and then my sophomore year, kind of like college, I actually transferred to a private school in Granby, Massachusetts called McDuffie. And we actually have a lot of boarding students there. So it's not just like a local school. So, I mean, we had kids from Spain, a lot from Europe, Asia, like a mix of a bunch of different students that are also like living on campus, kind of like college. So for me, I think the only like big difference was I was still living at home, but what was nice is we still had spaces in between classes where you could just like relax. If I think it was like your junior or senior, you could leave campus for a little and come back during classes. That was nice. I think the biggest thing is the time management. I feel like during high school, even though I had that spaced out time and it wasn't as demanding work wise, I feel like I was very much on like school wise kept on a schedule of like, okay, like these assignments are due here, the teachers are very much on you, like, hey, you weren't in class, you know, things like that. Whereas in college it's a lot more free, and you really have to like focus in on like giving yourself a schedule. And I feel like college is a little bit easier in a sense. Like as long as you stay on task with your work, I feel like you're fine. Like you make a good connection with the professors, like you'll be good. So I don't know, I feel like college is actually a little bit easier, but it also wasn't that different for me just because the school I did go to had it was almost like a college prep type school.
Wow, that is so interesting. Okay, let me take the opportunity to explain about the high school in Nepal. Oh my God, I think you said the college is easier. So I agree, college is way, way, way easier for us. Like in my high school, it's like Sunday to Friday, like 6 day in a week. And the college, like my college, it used to be start from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and sometimes like 3:30, and like every day. And like here, if like sometimes we have a class from 9 to 10 and there is a gap and then another class. But in Nepal, like you sit in one class, and if the one period, one class end, you do not change, you do not go to other class. The professor come and it's like continuous study, and they just have 30-minute break. That's like crazy.
That's tiring.
And that is that, even that is not the crazy part. Crazy part is that they take the exam, like paper exam, almost at the end of the semester, or not semester, it's like yearly, and you need to memorize everything from the beginning. It's like crazy. I remember how was our exam.
No, I struggle taking our midterms, and that's just like beginning section. I can't imagine I feel like in college, obviously, for some finals they're cumulative, but I feel like they only take like one or two things that apply to what you're doing now, instead of like you have to remember like everything from the beginning, everything from the middle, and everything from the end, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, and the great part about the United States education is that like everything, like exam is not 100%. Our assignment has some grade. Our whatever we do, like class attendance. But in Nepal, like everything, like your grade is the final exam that you took, which is cumulative and everything. You need to memorize the definition. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's
That
crazy.
is crazy.
Oh, so I'm so happy to be in the college like this, where like college is like very easy peasy for me and a lot of international student, because now you understand why it is so easy for us.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
so this is why a lot of international students have 4.0 GPA. No, really, like I
Right?
think I do not know any international student who do not have A. Like everyone has A plus.
Really?
Yeah,
Must be nice.
yeah, that's so nice.